If you want to start making money online in 2025, appointment setting is the easiest way to do it, and let me show you why. So essentially, you can make from $1,000 to $8,000 a month just messaging people from your phone. I know it sounds crazy, and you don't need to show your face. No experience needed. No need to risk money on scammy business models. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what an appointment setter does, how much you can really make, what a normal day looks like, and why this is the best entry point into online sales. So let's dive into it. So why you should listen to me. So I've made tens of thousands of euros from booking and closing appointments. I've been in sales since 2021. I've been in appointment setting for the last 2.5 years, and I've invested over 10,000 euros into myself, into courses, mentors, coaches, and training to master it. And I've booked hundreds of appointments myself before even hiring first setters for my business. So yeah, this is why you should listen to me, and the knowledge, the info I'm going to give you, it's not a theory, it's facts. So yeah, so let's dive into it. So what is a lead? We're going to be using this word a lot of the times. So a lead is just a person who has shown interest into a service or product. Maybe they clicked on an advertising, on ad, followed a business page, or sent a message. They're not a customer yet. They're simply someone who could become one. And as an appointment setter, your job is to take those leads and turn them into booked sales calls for a closer, for someone who could actually convert them into a client on a Zoom call, let's say. And what does an appointment setter actually do? So here's how it works. A business gives you access to their Instagram. So let's say I am a business owner. My name is John, and my business is AK Digital. So let's say I give you logins to my inbox, my business inbox of Instagram and Facebook, let's say. Then you reply to incoming messages from potential clients. You ask a few simple questions about their situation to qualify them. If AK Digital could really help them, if they have the ability to purchase our service and so on. And then you send them a link to book a sales call if you think they can actually, if AK Digital and that client could be a fit. And that's basically it. It's pretty simple. Sometimes you'll reply to comments on posts or call leads who already signed up for something, but 90% of the time it's just short conversations that lead to a booked call, and the whole job can be done on your phone. But it's actually better to have a laptop. It's going to be faster. So let's say here I booked a call with Jessica, and then there is a payment. So yeah, and how you get paid. So most appointment setters earn 5% commission from every sale the closer makes. So let's say if the closer sells a 5,000 coaching program, you make 250 just for sending messages. And some businesses also give you a small base salary, but most stick with commissions. So it depends on the business. Some businesses can pay you, $100 per booked appointment, additional $50 if that person actually shows up for the call, and if the closer actually closes that lead that you booked a call, then you're going to get additional, depends on the product, but you can get additional $100 or $200, like if it actually if that potential client, if that lead becomes a client. So yeah, and what your day looks like, you'll be logged into the business social media accounts, usually Instagram, but it also depends on the businesses. When a message comes in, you reply fast. The quicker the better. Your shift depends on the business. Sometimes it's all day, sometimes just a few hours, but the role is simple: handle messages and guide leads to book a call. So you could even have a 9 to 5 job, a part-time job. You could do that. You could be an appointment setter and make additional money. And why start setting? First of all, it's one of the easiest jobs online. nowadays, like I'm actually training my students, to become setters and make a good living out of it. And I'm teaching them how to use AI, to actually not make mistakes, while messaging, how to handle objections better, and so on, all that stuff. So in general, it is like one of the easiest jobs online. You can make from two to eight thousand dollars a month just by messaging people online. And some people even make 10,000 and more working for multiple businesses. And I know people who are making this much. And you don't need to show your face, you don't need to be on calls. You're literally getting paid to do what you already do all day. Text on your phone, like just like texting your friends. Like you just need to ask the right questions and qualify the lead. So yeah, and it's great introduction to closing. Like if you ever wanted to become a closer, it's good by starting being an appointment setter, because you naturally learn what is actually that the business is selling, the type of clients they work with their whole sales process. So when you're ready to move up to becoming like a closer, you're already the system. And if you've done a good job, most business owners will happily promote you instead of hiring a stranger. So yeah, it is a good introduction, and it's almost impossible to mess this up. So here's what success looks like. Be on your phone, reply quickly, ask the right questions, lead the chat toward a booked call. That's it. If you do these 4 things, you'll succeed. So do you think that you could be able to do those 4 things? I believe so. And will AI replace setters? Because a lot of people started to worry about it, lately. So the answer is simple: no, because AI can pick up the phone, have a real conversation, build trust, show that they're, genuine and just a real person in general. AI can't do that. And think about it. When you get a message from a real person versus a bot, who do you reply to? Always the person. That's why businesses still need human setters and will for many years to come. And if you're starting from zero and want to make money quickly, appointment setting is the best way in. It gives you fast income, real sales experience, and it sets you up to move into higher paying closing roles. So my advice is simple. If you've done sales before and want the fastest money, go straight into closing. If you're brand new or want an easy entry point, start with appointment setting. Either way, both roles are simple, both can pay you thousands a month, and the key is just picking one and going all in. And that's it for today. If you want my help getting a setter or closer role, check the links in the description, and see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe, like if you have enjoyed watching this video. Cheers!